It's wonderful to be with you again on the program. I want to speak to you today about strength. Strength for the strain. You've heard me say that before. Strength for the strain. If we go to 2 Timothy, second book of Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. The Lord says He has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I want to tell you about a man by the name of Paul Anderson. He has since gone to be with the Lord. Paul Anderson was the strongest man in the world at that time. He got the gold medal from the Olympic Games. He was a heavyweight. He wasn't a lightweight. I think he weighed over 300 pounds himself. And he wasn't very tall, but he was extremely strong. But he loved Jesus. Now, he said something, and I want to read this to you slowly so that you can understand it. He said, if I, the strongest man in the world, cannot make it through one day without Jesus Christ, how can you? Isn't that beautiful? If I, the strongest man in the world, cannot make one day through without Jesus Christ, how can you? And the answer is we can't. You know, he went to Australia. The Olympics were being held in Australia in that year. I think it was in the early 1960s. And apparently they said it was a foregone conclusion he was going to take the gold medal because there was nobody stronger than him in the world. But he got a fever. He got sick when he arrived at the Olympics. And he lost 30 pounds in body weight in a couple of days. He was so weak with the fever. Anyway, he participated. And he came onto the platform. And the first weight he lifted, he couldn't get it up to his chest. The second one was a disaster. He had one chance left, one. And he says at that time he was very much a nominal Christian. He wasn't on fire for the Lord. And as he was about to pick up the weight, he just said, Lord, please help me to lift this weight above my head. And he said, supernatural strength. He lifted it and he pressed it and he became the gold medalist of the Olympic Games for the heavyweight division in Olympic lifting. And that was in 1956 on his third lift. And I want to tell you folks, from then onwards he opened his home to young boys, those young boys that were poor, and he gave them a chance to build themselves up and to get strong physically and mostly in the faith. The same thing happened to me. There's a crop of millies right next to me here, maize. I remember one year when the drought was just killing us, and I thought I was going down for the last time. 5 young children, all the debt, my overdraft was at its maximum. My production loan with the co-op was at its maximum. I had no money, and the crop was dying because there was no rain. And I said to the Lord, I made a vow. My wife reminds me often. I said, Lord, if you bring this crop through, I will preach the gospel for the rest of my life. Well, that's why I'm preaching the gospel to you right now. I'm talking about a pledge I made to the Lord probably 40 years ago, and I'm still preaching it, and He's still giving me the strength. And that year, by the way, He supernaturally pulled us through. Paul Anderson did exactly the same. Lord, if you help me here, I will never be ashamed of you. And he became a mighty, mighty ambassador for Christ. God bless you and have a wonderful time in His presence. Goodbye.